yeah, people. Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Ivan, Galina, Alina, Anastasia, Vladimir, Nikita, Igor, Mikhail, and Arina. Ipa, orale. Shout out to OG Mickey, iBook Boy, Guides, Infamy, Late Bloomer, Meatball Head, Love My Toe, Gubby Girl, Day Day, Spider-Man. I appreciate you guys being here today. Well, first off, last week was a great podcast. By the way, we do this podcast every single Friday right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Tell a friend about the podcast. Plenty of topics today. Most importantly, I want to thank you guys, not just the Twitch viewers, because some of you guys only show up on Fridays. We also stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Late night hours. We play games, we smoke the W, we drink the vodka, we hang out, what the dub, quiplash, we play games, we learn how to cook, and we might even learn Spanish one day. Hola, amigos! You guys are missing out if you're not a regular viewer. Anyways, I've learned a lot from my Twitch friends here. First off, the most recent thing I learned was fresh garlic is so much better than garlic that comes in the jar, the pickled garlic or whatever. It's so much better. And it's one of those things where I would not have tested it out as early as I did without the help of my Twitch friends. And then that was the past. The new me has learned about the Amazon Fire Stick. Yes, I know, I'm an old man. I don't know about the newfangled gizmos and doohickeys and doodads. I got the Fire Stick. Listen, guess. People listening to this or watching it at a later date. Guess how much money I was spending to watch cable television every month. I'll give you a second. I was spending $136 a month. I don't know the math. I did the math. It's like $1,600-ish. $1,600 a year I was spending to watch 3 channels. I watch hockey, cooking, and Comedy Central. That's it. 3 channels. That's $40 a channel I was spending. So I got frustrated one day. Basically, my cable is having like a little bit of problems. One of my channels wasn't working. So I called them and I was like, hey, my channel's not working. Can you lower my price? And they're like, I don't know about that. Because I read an article that said if you ask them to lower your price, sometimes they'll do it. And then the second thing was I threatened them. I threatened them by saying, well, if I'm not even getting the channels I paid for, then I might as well just cancel this. Hey, and my plan was, I said, is there a cancellation fee? Because I'm thinking about canceling. That was my plan. If I threaten them, if I give them a real threat about canceling, maybe they'll lower my bill a little bit. So I was like, is there a cancellation fee? And they're just like, nope. I was like, yeah, I would love to stay, but it's just getting too expensive, man. Like, I would love to keep my cable, but it just costs too much. And they're like, that's too bad. And then I got fucking mad. Then I got mad. I threw a temper tantrum. I didn't get my way, and I got mad. I said, turn this shit off. Turn it all off. Cancel me. I'm never going to be a member again. Turn it off right now. I know I paid for the whole month. Shut it off today. Shut it off today. Right this fucking second. I don't care. I know I paid for the whole month. Turn it off today. I'll go outside right now. I will climb on my roof. I will cut the fucking cord myself. And they said, well, you're going to have to return your cable box. So I drove my cable box. I drove my cable box to the fucking place. And I dropped them off. Fuck it. I got no more cable TV. You want to know what? Best decision of my life. It's like discovering water for the first time. I've been drinking like I live in the underground sewers and I've been squeezing liquid out of elephant dung, and I just discovered like tap water. And I said, oh, I got the fucking Fire Stick, bro. I traded one of my friends. I traded them some skateboarding products for a fucking Fire Stick 4K maximum exposure. Oh, dude, it was in there. I fucking plugged it in. So I was like, oh, should I jailbreak it? I don't know. Should I jailbreak it? Everyone's like, you should jailbreak it, Cody, and jailbreak it. I turned it on. I downloaded the channels. It has every channel I like for the low price of nothing. Cox Cable, I hope you're listening. I hope the CEO of Cox Cable is watching Stop Crying Poser. I hope he's one of my monthly 200 viewers. And this from me to you. Jeff Bezos is shitting on you. You are sucking, fish gagging on his fucking dick. I will never have cable TV again. I will never have cable TV. Movies galore. I watched Four Brothers the other day, uncensored, by the way. Remember censored movies, cable TV, Cox Cable TV? Remember that? Remember when Scarface goes, I was eating pineapples. But you were eating pussy. You can't say pussy on cable TV? Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Firestick, it's nothing but dicks and titties and pussies and the F word. The long F word. The six. Oh, it's every F word you got. They allow it on there, dude. Oh man, they got a whole channel just for Red Bull. I thought it was a drink. Turns out it's motocross, biking, unicycling, fucking people doing backflips. Fuck, a guy with a broken arm trying to skateboard, surfing. Free. Everything's free. Oh my God. Can I tell you guys? Side topic. They have a whole channel dedicated just for the TV show Cops. 24 hours a day. Reruns of Cops. Some of you guys might not be American. Cops is a show from the 90s where cops, police officers, just find drug addicts and beat the fuck out of them. And it's so great. It had like 1,000 seasons. There's hundreds and hundreds, thousands of episodes of Cops. And the song is great. You see, here's young me as a kid. Me as a kid eating SpaghettiOs just in a room. And then you hear, huh! Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Never talk about AIDS. Fruit down, fella gon' fade. What don't bone them on the down with down fade? What you gonna do with down fail? Bad boys, what you gonna do? And then you go, fuck the SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna go watch a meth head get his ass beat. And then you go from the kitchen, you run to the living room and you sit down in your little cross-legged fucking child, the way children sit, and you just sit there and you watch Cops. Oh my God, it's great. Now I can relive that. They also have Price is Right. Oh my God, Plinko. Can I tell you guys something interesting that happened last night? I watched one episode of Price is Right yesterday morning on my brand new 4K Amazon Fire Stick, which only cost $34 on Amazon. Which is a lot less than $1,600 per month. Also, I only have to pay that once, not monthly. So I'm watching Price is Right. I say, oh, cool. And I watch a game, Plinko. And then, so later that evening, because the internet's always listening to me, I'm scrolling through YouTube while streaming live on Twitch, where we're just watching, we're just randomly watching YouTube videos that look interesting. You know, somebody boiled a steak in mustard, and you're like, oh, a mustard steak. Oh, let me click that. So we're just checking it out, and then Price is Right comes on, and it says first ever game of Plinko, and I'm like, oh wow, I was just watching. I just watched a game similar to this today. I clicked it. The episode I clicked on YouTube was the same episode that I was just watching earlier that day. You might be saying, well, who cares? It's just like SpongeBob, man. Sometimes you see the same episode twice. No, Price is Right has exactly 48 million episodes. So the odds of me catching the same episode twice in one day on two separate platforms is astronomical. It would never happen. Anyways, Cops is so fun to watch, dude. I forgot. So here's my thing. All they do is back when police did police work, it's just drug addict after drug addict. They're doing drug busts, sting operations, catching prostitutes. Everyone has drugs. I forgot that everyone, they're like, oh, this guy ran a stop sign. Let's pull him over. Oh, you shouldn't be running stop signs. Okay, pull him over. And you say, oh, what's up, officer? Yeah, I ran the stop sign. I'll pay the ticket. I know. I didn't see you there. Oh, no. In the 90s, everyone who ran a stop sign was a massive member of the drug cartel. They'll pull you over for something little. Oh, your taillight's it's crooked. It works though, right? Yeah, it's just crooked. I just wanted to see what you were doing. Oh, I was transporting 90 kilos of meth from Mexico. Oh, step out of the car so I can beat your ass. They had, I also saw some rude stuff. They had a transgendered woman, a very bulky woman, and it was a prostitution sting. So a gentleman who was a police officer pretended he was not a police officer, pulled over. The bulky woman got in the car, and then all the cops like surround them. Oh, they're all surrounded, and they're like, the chick is like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? They grab him, slam his head into the ground. Really overdid it. The criminal was totally cooperative. Hands up, like behind the back, and they grabbed this person and slammed their brain in the ground. I was like, that's not cool. Okay, bring back the drug dealers. Okay, this person's just minding their business. Okay, $15 blowjob. I mean, is that really a crime? Is it really a crime if you want a $15 blowjob from someone? Is it really a crime? Okay, go back to the drug dealer. Anyways, everyone who runs a stop sign. I forgot how big crack was. Like, as an adult, I've been to a lot of dive bars, okay? I've seen my fair share of meth, and I've seen enough cocaine to kill half of the country of Canada in these dive bars. You go to the bathroom, there's 8 people all doing cocaine, you're like, oh, okay, well, it's my birthday too, So I've seen it all, but I've never, with my eyes, ever seen crack. I've never seen anyone doing crack. I've never had a friend who's like, I'm doing crack today. Never. On cops, it's a lot of crack. Who are these people? They're not at the bars I go to, because I don't know where this crack is coming from. But everyone's on crack. Also, here's my thing. How do I explain this? If I was driving from anywhere to anywhere, and today I watched it, like literally 30 minutes ago, I walked in there to get water. There was a guy getting busted for ecstasy. If I had 500 pills of ecstasy in my pocket, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. First off, I probably won't get into a car. Second off, if I encounter a red light or a stop sign or a speed limit, I will obey those things because I have a felonious. I have a felony amount. If I had a felony amount of ecstasy in my pockets, the last thing I want to do is run red lights and stop signs. I don't know. Maybe my generation is just smarter than their generation because it's nothing but your tail light. It was just a tail light. Oh, I didn't know I just made the biggest drug bust of my career just over a tail light. How about this? I know. See, when you do the math, you're like, oh, this guy had 2 pounds of cocaine in his pocket. And you go 2 pounds of cocaine. Okay, how much is a gram? Is what, like 70 ounces? I don't know how many ounces. 70 times. Okay. I don't know. However you do the math, you go, oh damn, you have. Let's just say you have $5,000 worth of drugs in your pocket. Perhaps you could fix the taillight. You could go to Pep Boys, AutoZone, O'Reilly Auto Parts. You could go in there, ask the fine gentleman or madame at the counter, where's the taillight section? And for the low price of $4, you could fix your taillight. You have $5,000. Some auto parts stores actually will take drugs. You can give them a little bit of drugs and they'll give you the taillight. Trust me, I know. And trust me when I tell you this steak is delicious. I'm telling you, you can do it. Anyways, that's cops, and I got rid of the fucking cable TV. Greatest thing in my life. The whole reason I made this topic today was because I wanted to ask you guys, what else in life am I missing out on? First, we discovered garlic. And oh boy, what a treat that was. First, we discovered garlic. Then, we discovered the Fire Stick, the Amazon Fire Stick. Oh my gosh. Holy macaroni. What a wonderful surprise that was. I just think, I can't wait to finish this podcast so I can go out that door, go over into my living room, and sit down and watch some more goddamn cops. My life is that much more improved, right? And I set myself up for failure because I let my cable company decide what was going to happen. What if they would have dropped my bill by $30? What if they dropped my bill by $30 and I still wouldn't know what paradise is? I would have just said, oh, $30, fine. Well, sign me up for another couple years. Sign me up for another couple years. I'll never discover the Fire Stick. It was just by the grace of God, I discovered the Fire Stick. My question for you guys is, what else am I missing out on in life? What else can enlighten me? First, garlic, Fire Stick, Scientology? Who knows? Anyways, that's been it's really been like a breath of fresh air, this Fire Stick. I bought two. I bought another one for my room. All I have to do now is figure out how to keep the data low because those pieces of shit, they got rid of my... This is how I know that they're nasty. They're nasty people. Terrible people. They took my cable, $136 a month, and they erased it. But they took my internet bill and raised it by $15. You fucking bitch. Don't worry though. I saved an image of me chatting with customer service. I screenshotted it. And what it says is, well, your price should only be $75. They're going to charge me $90. But guess what? As soon as I get that $90 bill, as soon as I get it in writing that that's what I have to pay, I'm going to bring up that screenshot and go, boom, shakalaka. And then we'll see what happens. Anyways, we've been doing a couple more bicycle streams, and I've decided that my quality of life of bicycles should be up a little bit more. So a couple things with my bicycle. It looks like it's owned by a tweaker. The front, I have a thing to squeeze for the front brakes, but I don't have front brakes. I just have the squeezing area. Like, I squeeze it and nothing happens. Just nothing. It's just there. There's no wire. Just the thing. Okay. The back brakes didn't work. I got I have one reflector. Don't even reflect no more. My back reflector's gone. I gotta go get a new reflector. But I've been souping it up, right? My seat was basically a dildo. You sit on that seat. The seat was from the year probably about 1995. I've had the same bike seat. So it's hard, rough, skinny. It's made for like a small child, and my giant badonker just can't fit on it. So I got a bike seat that's as big as a computer chair. If you look at it, it looks like a bike for a clown. It looks so stupid, but it's not about what it looks like. It's about what it feels like. I've been upgrading things. I put a new bike tube in the tire. Boom. My tires, they used to go flat after about 5 minutes. Not anymore, boy. I got the back brake, which was barely hanging on to life by a thread. I watched a YouTube video on how to fix it. I fixed it. The grips, you know those things you hold the handlebars, right? The left one was just duct tape. It was just duct tape wrapped around the piece of metal. And the other one was a big, goofy, like balloon-shaped clown handlebar. Got rid of those. I got bright green ones. And then here's the kicker. I got the nice brand new seat. I got the nice brand new tires that air stays in them for multiple days. I got the new grips. My favorite color's green. I got the grips, and they work fine. I got them on with no problem at all. But here's the mail. I got the brakes going. You need to stop. They're not going to work that great, but you can even stop. But here's the kicker. Bring, bring, bring. I got a motherfucking bell. I got a bell off Amazon for $6. I just moved my thumb a little bit. Bring, 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 bring. So now, a world of possibilities. I can ride my bicycle. I can make noise if someone's in my way. I can say, bring, get out the way. Or, since I live in a mostly Hispanic neighborhood, I can sell tamales or fucking, I can sell raspas, or I could sell, what else? I could sell the elotes. I could sell corn with cream and fucking Cheeto dust. And you know how you would know it's me? I'll just ride my bicycle. Bring, 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 bring. And then people will come out. People will come from miles. People will come out of their house for miles and miles. Say, hey, there goes Steve. There goes Ninja Lifestyle. How you doing, Ninja Lifestyle? How you doing, Mr. Murphy? You need any elote today? And they'll go, oh, Steven, you be careful out there. That seat looks comfortable. I'll say, it is. Bring, bring. And then I'll just ride away into the sunset. Can you imagine how great my life is about to be? I got a chest rig to where I can film the bike. Tell you guys what. You guys hang out with me on like Sunday. We're going for a Sunday stroll, right? I know if you're watching this podcast later, you're going to miss the stroll. But if you guys are watching it now, tune in on Sunday. We're going to go for a Sunday stroll. We're going to call it Sunday. I'm going to have ice cream in my hand. I'm going to get SpongeBob ice cream. I'm going to I'll hit the bring for you if you ask nicely. Man. Just live it. I could just lean to my right, lean to my left. No worry about a bike seat going into my asshole. Why? Because it's humongous. Not my asshole. The bike seat. You never know. Oh, it's great. My friend Nick is in the chat right now. Nick, when you come over later, I'll let you ride on it. Actually, never mind. Nick is like 240 pounds. He's not allowed to ride my bike. You know what? Never mind. Take that back. Who else? Anybody in the chat room who's skinny can ride. Day, you could ride my bike. Anyways, moving on. So I had a weird interaction at the bar the other day. Some of the best stories here originate at the bar. This was a bad story. So maybe like a week ago, my friend Corey comes into the bar and he says, hey, I'm bringing my friend. I met him at work. I go, oh, a friend? The more the merrier. Hell yeah, come on down. I'll buy you a beer. We'll play some pool. You know, the old stick and the old balls and the old rack, the old chalk on the old thing. We'll have a real fun time. Bring a friend. He brings the most twacked out fucking goofball I've ever seen in my fucking life. And at first I was like, this is your friend? And he's like, no, I just met him at work and he wanted to go have a beer. And I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, don't. You're not allowed to have friends like this. This guy's a fucking douchebag. Didn't like the guy at all. Bothering me all day. So I separated from him. My friend Sierra came, and I turned it into like a date. I was like, okay, well, I would love to hang out with you guys, but the girl showed up. I got to hang out with her. Bye. I'm not going to be by the pool table anymore. You guys fucking suck dick. I hate you guys. Bye. And so I left, and I just vented to her. I'm like, that guy fucking sucks. He's such a dick. He's bad at pool. He's fucking obnoxious. He's a shithead. I think he's on meth. Pissing me off. So then we leave, whatever, and in my mind I think, oh, you know what? I'll never see that guy again. Until Wednesday. 2 days ago, on Wednesday, I go to the bar. It's just me and my friend T, my friend Elliot. And I see the same fucking guy. This time he's by himself. Oh my God. Why? Please, God, don't let this be his new hangout. I hate this fucking guy. So anyways, here's me, the optimist, the voice of reason. I say, you know what? Maybe last time he was just drunk. Maybe he was just drunk or something. Maybe he's having a bad day, right? Maybe family member died or dog or something. Maybe he was just being weird and crazy. Maybe he did too much of whatever drugs he was doing. Maybe he was just hammered off alcohol. Maybe that was the day he was drinking liquor, and today maybe he's on Bud Light again, or maybe light beer. Who knows? Maybe he'll be a cool guy. We go over there. First thing he does, he goes, "Popper!" And then he tries to jump the cue ball, and it flies off the table, slams into the wall, bounces all over the bar. I'm like, nope, same guy, same fucking idiot. Holy shit, dude. Like, I can't explain to you how obnoxious this guy was. I didn't play him a game of pool. I watched him play a game of pool, right? He first off, he's always talking. He never shuts the fuck up. Like definitely like a sign of meth. Usually a sign of meth. Also, he has a problem with everything. Is it? What rules do you guys play? What rules do you guys play? Is this allowed? Is this allowed? Is this allowed? Oh, I say the rules are on the wall. There's a piece of paper that says the rules of pool. This is how we play here. We play, I think, BCA rules. So we play according to that. Oh, is this allowed? You can go read it. It's right there. Every question you have is in that paragraph right there on the wall. Go to it, read the words, and then you'll know the rules. Well, it is allowed. Then he. This is fun. Then he sets the rack up, the pool rack, completely wrong. Completely wrong. I go to fix it, and he goes, "I had it perfect." I'm like, bro, you have like the 2-ball is in front. You have the 8-balls in the corner. Well, like you just there's no universe on Earth where this is how you set up a game of pool. Also, you know, there's a dot on the table where the number 1 ball would usually go. He put the 8-ball there. Like he takes the triangle and it's a full like 5 inches above where it should be. So I grab the triangle, I move it back, and he's like, "Why are you moving it back?" I'm like, "There's no universe on Earth where pool is played this way. You've never played this." And then between that, he starts yelling, "Popper! Going for the popper! Going for the popper!" And he's scooping the ball. He has no fucking idea what he's doing. Also, every time he hits any ball, it's at maximum strength. Maximum strength, 0% aim. There's no aiming at all. It would be like if you put a 2-year-old inside an adult's body, never taught them the rules of pool, and just said, "John, just try something. Here's the stick. Just hit shit." And then I'll teach you a word. Popper. Yell popper 1,000 times. Oh my God. Here's another thing that it reminded me of. I recently watched, don't laugh, I recently watched a YouTube video of 2 guys with Down syndrome learning how to cook food, right? Making an omelet or something. They're making an omelet. They have the stove, and these 2 guys with Down syndrome, just cool fellas, cool dudes, 2 buddies hanging out, learning how to cook. They turn on the stove, but they can't figure out how to make the stove hot. So then the stove beeps, and it goes beep, and then the 2 guys look at each other and they go beep, and then the other guy looks at him and goes beep, and then they start beeping together, beep, 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 and the 2 kids with Down syndrome get stuck in this loop of beeping at each other, beep, 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 beep. So okay, it's kind of funny, right? Funny idea. Well, turns out Wednesday. Okay, I gotta rewind. First off, holy shit! I'm telling the story out of order, but it's all gonna make sense. I'm sitting there with this guy bothering me, and then I think to myself, what could be worse? And then another guy walks in that looks exactly like him, and I go, okay, that's weird. Those guys look the same. And then they look at each other and they go, oh, the guy waves at him, and then the other guy waves back, and then they both do this dance. They start dancing. They do this weird shoulder thing, and they start dancing at each other, speaking their own stupid fucking language. And I think to myself, there's no fucking way there's 2 of them. There's no fucking way there's 2 of these guys, and they're both douchebags. One guy comes up, hands me $1 and says, "Play Lil Boosie," and throws $1 at me. And I'm like, go to the fucking jukebox and play it your fucking self. What is this bull? You 2 skinny, weird, tweaked out, methed out, dancing idiots? Anyways, thankfully they started playing with each other, which, by the way, I've never seen the cue ball fall off of the table more times in my entire life than when these 2 guys played against each other. Basically, if you knock the cue off the table, it should happen about once every 2 hours, even if you're a bad player. They were knocking the ball off the table about once every 2 minutes. Okay? Anyways, the ball flies off the table and it bounces on the concrete ground. Bing, bing, bing. So then these 2 fucking guys, they start looking at each other. They go, bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, because it's bouncing. And then the guy looks back at him and goes, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing. And then these 2 fucking grown men with underlying Down syndrome start looking at each other going, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong. And thank God I was not sitting over there. See, for you guys, it's kind of funny. But from where I'm standing, I'm just completely annoyed. I'm just completely fucking annoyed at the whole thing, man. But it reminded me of those 2 kids with Down syndrome going beep, 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 beep. And then these 2 grown men, bing, bong, bing, bong, 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 bing, 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 bong, bong, bong. First off, there should not be any more bing, bong, bongs, because if you guys were not retarded, the ball wouldn't be flying off the table every 2 minutes, first off. Anyways. Also, usually when you get somebody like that, here's the worst part of the whole story. When you get somebody like that, eventually they run out of money, right? You're playing pool. It costs usually 75 cents or $1 per game. And eventually, the money gets shorter. 20 games later, you're out of money. So now you have to leave. You have to leave the bar, go home to probably to each other, and then you have to dance with each other because dancing's still free. Okay, well, today was free pool day. So these fucking idiots played pool for 5 straight hours, bing-bonging at each other, knocking the shit off the table, and yelling, "Popper! Popper!" Holy fuck, dude. It was the worst. It was the worst, man. Topic change. You know how kids are weird? Kids do this thing where my favorite Gonzo story is when he goes, "Yeah, I got the new whatever the game. I got the new Street Fighter." And then his friend is jealous. He goes, "Well, I have every Xbox game." And he's just like, "Oh, wow, dude. First off, you're lying. Second off, it's not that big of a deal." Okay, well, I had this weird memory the other day. Let's say that it's regarding a street name. Me and my friend are living on the same street, and let's just say he calls it Tomato and I call it Tomato, or he calls it Tomato and I call it Tomato, right? I'm like, yeah, what's your street number? I live on 9123 Tomato. Like, oh, cool. I live on 8142 Tomato. And he goes, "You know it's Tomato, right?" Well, I call it Tomato. So here's me. I don't really care what anyone pronounces, right? Motherfucker, we order pizzas. When I tell Domino's my street name, they know how to get there. I say Tomato. They say, "Oh, okay, I'll figure it out." You sure you don't mean tomato? They don't correct you on the phone. They just show up to your fucking house with the pizza, right? Back in the day when we were rich. Nowadays, I do the carry out. I'm not paying no damn 14-year-old to bring a pizza to me, bitch. It's a damn free country, goddammit. So anyways, I remember, speaking of I have every Xbox game, this fucking kid, he goes, "No, the street name is Tomato. And I know that because I know the man who named our street." I said, "First off, bro, you're 13 years old. These houses most of these houses were built in the 70s. Okay, I don't believe that you met the person that named our street. I don't think that person exists. I think the city just has a list of random fucking words and they just put them on streets." He goes, Nope. I met the guy that named our street." Oh, you Mr. Tomato. You meant Mr. Tomato. Mr. Tomato. No, okay, dude. Jesus Christ. You have every Xbox game. Okay, whatever. And turns out he had every Xbox game. Fucking bitch. Anyways, weird question for you guys. Some of you guys have marriages, right? Some of you guys are in relationships, marriages, long-term relationship. Some of you are dating. I had this conversation, actually I had this conversation at the same bar as that previous story, and it is as follows. It started out, my friend Rye Dog is having his second child. His lady's pregnant, and the story was funny because I go, "Well, you're planning on having a kid?" And he goes, "I don't know. I wasn't really planning on it." And then if you can picture his voice, he goes, "I've been skeeting in my lady for like 3 months." I'm like, "Oh, so it's not really unplanned. You know, it was kind of planned." He goes, "I don't know. Been skeeting in her for 3 months and then just found out she's pregnant." I was like, "Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess. Like, she's pregnant now, so you're prepared." He has a good job. She has a good job. Everything's good. No one's like afraid. It's his second child. Everything's great. I was telling the story to a friend and he goes, "Yeah, man, I be skeeting my chick too." And I was like, "Oh, okay, but you guys have protection or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, of course." He goes, "I would never just pull out on her." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because that's my lady, man. You think I'm just gonna nut on her?" I was like, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know how relationships go, but I'm actually a big fan of that. And he goes, nah, not when it's your lady. I'm like, "Wait, what?" Wait a minute. So my question is for you guys, do you guys understand the context? Basically, he said, if you're in a committed relationship, you must finish, as a man, you must finish inside your significant other. There's no pulling out. I thought that was unusual. To me, you know, I've been in, I'm not going to say committed relationships, but I've been in a couple of long-term relationships, and that was never a rule. In fact, that's only for like a special occasion. Maybe on Valentine's Day, you get that treatment. So I was curious about you guys. Have you guys ever heard that expression? Because it was 2 people, and it's full. Adam and T were like, "Yeah, both of us, dude. Yeah, no, I would never. That's my lady, man." And he taps me. He's like, "What about you?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, that's my wife. Of course I would never nut on her." I'm like, what? I'm the minority here? Whatever. I don't get it. I think it's fun. I mean, it's fun either way, but I thought that was an odd conversation. I would love to ask you guys your opinion on that. And I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. It's one of those times in life. I'm at that age now where I'm figuring out how weird I am about everything. Like, I still pay for cable TV. I still haven't had garlic. I'm still nutting on chicks' bellies and butts and backs. Like what's wrong with me? I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, man. I guess I'm just fucking weird. I don't know. Anyways, if you're listening to this on YouTube, I would love to hear your opinions. That's all I have for the podcast. I watched a movie called Extraction on Netflix. Speaking of nutting on chicks' bellies, I watched a movie called Extraction, but for the life of me, I don't remember what it was about. I think it was just a movie about, basically it was like John Wick. If you like John Wick, go watch Extraction. It's some guy in the jungle shooting a bunch of people, I think. I don't really remember. I don't remember the premise. I don't remember the story, which basically means I was either drunk, high, or it was not a very exciting movie. And for me to compare it to John Wick, I think that's a piece of shit movie too. Everyone loves it. Oh, all the guns, all the karate. Cool. I will enjoy John Wick the same day that I enjoy Harry Potter, because it's nothing but magical spells. No one can dodge 5 billion bullets. Okay? Also, no one can get shot in the brain and in the heart at the same time and then just be like, and then just live through it. Oh, I got shot in the brain and in the heart with a 50 cal. A 50 cal went through it, can puncture an engine block, but if you're John Wick, the power of love in your heart blocked the fucking okay, whatever. Stupid fucking movie. Anyways, that's all I got for the podcast, man. I think we had a fun podcast today. We are going to continue this stream for a little while, but as far as the actual storytelling portion of the podcast, it's over. And it looks like no one sent me any money. I would like to thank iBookBoy for the resubscribe. He's been subscribing for 27 months. You too can subscribe for the low price of $4.99 per month, which gives you access to special emotes and special little musical things, and you get a little thing next to your name here on Twitch. It is great. You can also send money. I will always accept money, but I know, the recession, Joe Biden's egg prices, not everybody can afford to donate or tip the streamer that entertains them day in and day out and day in and day out. I do this for free, whatever. But tell you what you can do. You can tell a friend about the podcast. This podcast comes out, the rerun comes out every single Sunday early in the morning, just in time for if you have to work on Monday. You can load the podcast up, have it ready for your ride to work. Yeah. And you can watch it live if you wanted to every single Friday right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. You can listen to it after the fact. We are at, like 270 episodes, something like that. You can listen to us on the Podbean app, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, Spotify, podcast app. Do what you gotta do. The podcast again is called Stop Crying Poser. Can I get a, oh, hell yeah, from a couple of people in the chat? And an extra special shout out to Toronto Toad for donating exactly 69 pennies. The old 69. I saw a meme the other day. Actually, it was during our stream. Somebody said, hey, instead of us doing a 69, let's switch things up a little bit and do a 96. I thought that was funny. It'd be funnier if there was just two people shitting on each other's shitting on the back of each other's heads. Anyways, Late Bloomer, Love My Toad, WN Stems, Toronto Toad, iBookBoy, and Gubby Girl 13. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure to follow, subscribe, do what you got to do. Also follow my YouTube channel. And that's it for the podcast. I will see you guys next week for the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, we do several videos every single week. So everyone have a wonderful weekend. And as I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Oh, you can't nut on her belly because I met the person who invented nutting. And I own every nut ever made. I own every nut.